Should you care about her body count as a man of God? You're not going to like my answer, but here it goes. Christ says that if we even look at a woman with lustful intent, we've already committed adultery in our heart. So if you watch pornography, but you get mad at women for having a higher body count, you are a hypocrite. And please understand, I understand those don't carry the same weight, right? Like the same stigma. And I actually agree with that. But here's the thing, right? We're going to talk from a spiritual perspective. We're going to talk from a Christian perspective. The only difference between the woman who has a higher body count and you who's watched porn, thousands of times? Like, let's be honest, you probably watched porn thousands of times through your life. When she wanted to go be promiscuous, when she wanted to go hook up with those people, she actually could do it, right? She had the option to go do it, so she did it. The only difference is you didn't have the option, so you settled for disobeying God in the same way, but you traded your relationship with God. You disobeyed God for pixels on a screen. And if you were willing to disobey God for something that little, something that minute, if we would have put those type of women that you wanted to smash in front of you and they wanted to smash you, you would have done it. So you would have done the same sin that she did given the opportunity. So the question is, are you mad at her? Are you mad at women for doing the thing that you wanted to do, but you couldn't do? I've been creating content on TikTok and Instagram for 4 years now, right? I have over 1 million followers, and I used to give a lot of that red pill advice. I got played out my freshman, sophomore year of high school. I didn't really like it. I started taking their advice and it worked. Like their toxic games, their texting games, all of it works. And it started to work for me so well that I started to teach it to other people online. I was like, yo, this is great. I got to help them out. Here's the thing I started to notice though, as I started to work with more and more young men, I started to talk with more and more young men. Typically the men that are most bitter about women's body counts, right? The ones that go on the podcast or the ones that watch the podcast like Fresh and Fit or whatever and like make fun of the hoes and stuff are the same ones that then that night they will go and watch pornography. They are the same ones that then go buy the OnlyFans account. And I know a lot of people would disagree with this or are going to get mad at this, and that's fine because they're going to say, well, this is, men's body count doesn't matter. Body count only matters for women and all these types of things. That's a worldly perspective, which it's not even that I completely disagree with it in the sense that body count for anybody matters. It's a big deal. But I'm speaking from a spiritual perspective. If you consider yourself a man of God, then this is coming from Christ himself, right? This is talking about that perspective. If you really want to get into it, bro, the reason there's a verse in Matthew 7:22 where there's the people that come to Jesus in the final days and they say, Lord, we prophesied in your name, we casted out demons in your name. And Jesus says, depart from me, I never knew you. The reason Christ was going to send them to hell is because of self-righteousness. One, because they thought that their works could save them. They thought their works are what deemed them to get into heaven. But it also makes them just like the Pharisees who would pray in the streets to show everyone how great they were. And then they would cast everyone else's sin down, right? Judgment, right? You sin too much to judge other people's sin. That's just like, side note, you get that one for free. But back to the original point. Should you care about her body count as a man of God? Yes, you should care about body count. Here's the key to it. Hold yourself to the same standard that you are going to hold your partner to. Do not go out and try and hook up with a bunch of people and then expect that you're going to get some beautiful, feminine, virgin wife. Do not go out and hook up and do all this degenerate, worldly stuff and then think that you're going to find a beautiful, godly Christian woman. Do not get mad when you see other people, other women online doing that stuff and it makes you feel bitter because those are not the type of women that you actually think they are. Even the women that claim to be Christian, but the fruits of like their Instagram don't show that, that's fine. Let them rock because they're not even what they actually claim to be. The women who actually are what you want, you're not going to see them on Instagram, so there's no reason to be bitter about it. Hold yourself to the same standard. Keep developing yourself. Keep getting on Christ-focused self-improvement, which you can subscribe for more because that's what I teach. She is more likely to cheat if she has a higher body count. Yes, she is more likely to get divorced if she has a higher body count. You don't need me to beat down these like dead statistics about all of this. You've heard the red pill people talk about it all the time. There's a lot of truth to it. But as long as you hold yourself to the same standard, it is going to be 10 times easier for you to find someone who is also on that same standard. But in the meantime, keep developing spiritually, keep developing your physique, get that masculine physique, keep stacking bread, becoming more social, like improving your looks, improve every aspect of your life. And that's what we teach actually inside the King's Room. We have a bunch of different courses and coaches and all this stuff. I literally hired a professional bodybuilder to be like the fitness coach inside the King's Room. You can go check it out in the description. I'll leave it below. Christ-focused self-improvement is what I teach. Subscribe for more. Peace.